Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and here we go. And hello viewers, and welcome back to Resident Evil Village, or Resident Evil 8. So, I'm your humble host, Josh24214, and on the previous stream, we tackled through 2 more lords. We dealt with Lord Benevento and Lord Monroe. And we got their 2 flasks from both of those houses. And now we're off to the stronghold, thanks to our final lord, Lord Heidelberg, has told us that he has put his flask inside the stronghold, and we're off to go through the door that we couldn't go through before to the fortress, and I am not very happy going there. You'll find out why when we get there. So right now, let's head off to the factory. So let's head off to the stronghold. And yeah, more of Heisenberg's messages with Rose is waiting for you. And he's probably is right. And yeah, I did miss the well, but I'm going to go and correct it as soon as we... Oh god, you're a big goat. 2 more meat. And... And they quickly accepted death. And the show must go on. And yeah, Heisenberg is practically milking this goddamn thing. And there was a well that I missed, so we'll go there very quickly. And I think And oh yeah, no, we haven't. There's another of those giant beasts that we have to take care of. But we're going to be using cheap tactics to kill this guy. And yeah, he's a bonus. Just fighting a giant of these giant freaking werewolves. Ah, god dang it. Oh, ran out. Oh, God. Okay, what do we have? We have pipe bombs. We do have mines. Oh, we have grenades. But it's the flashbangs. Shotgun. And yeah, we did pick up a Magnum from defeating Lord Monroe last time, but I want to save the Magnum for a different thing, but I guess we have no choice. Where did the giant dog run off to? Oh, there you are. And with 5 Magnum rounds, they'll kill our giant beast. So, Crystal Ancient Beast. And now I only have 3 Magnum rounds left. So, I'm going to save these for another boss that we're going to be dealing with in hopefully this chunk of the chapter. Okay, Big, just accept your death. Quality meat from that, and let's use the wheel flask. Wheel. That's a tongue twister right there. And with that, I think that's practically all the treasures in all the area that we can go through. And yeah, I think that's all of it, as far as I can tell. So let's reload and start heading back and head towards the stronghold. And I am not feeling comfortable dealing with the stronghold because the reason for it will be self-explanatory. And oh, wait a minute, this wasn't here when we were last here. Operation date February the 9th, 2021. Recorded by NH. 11:35. Arrived at site. No sign of EW or RW. 12:10. Infiltrated village. Engaged with multiple bioweapons. Found evidence of EW. RW's location unknown. 3:10. Established base in church. Plan of operations TDK9 search laboratory NHUE analyze mold samples Alpha infiltrate factory. And the factory is probably most likely Lord Heidelberg's factory that we haven't gone to yet. So it looks like we may be seeing Chris later in the factory of Lord Heidelberg. So there's definitely something going on in Heisenberg's factory that may have gotten Chris's team involved in. This is always red, so there's some changes. Well, was I missing like a specific crafting item, but I'm being stupid all this time? Must have gone here so many times. Oh well, we'll cash the money for the ancient beast skull when we finish up. So the show must go on. And yeah, we're heading off to the stronghold, mill, and graveyard. There's a mill as well while we're there, so we'll probably go to the mill first before heading to the stronghold. And to open this door, we need the 6-winged unborn key. And no figurehead for this section. Good luck. Oh, of course, Heisenberg. And this is the entrance to the stronghold. But we're not going to the stronghold yet. We're going to the Otto's mill as a side thing. And we can get some pretty good oh, got the crow. At least I got one crow to get some quick cash. It's locked from the other side, of course. And it seems like this is probably good for catching something. Probably a big arena fight. There's nothing here. Probably be a good place to put a goat or something. And looks like there's no food around here, so let's head inside. Here's a knife. We'll grab a nice herb. Shoot the luck. And more food for us. Oh, there's a crystal fragment here. We can cash in for the Duke. So there's nothing else. Some money. Mines. Think we're going to be needing these. And that's it. So let's head inside. And looks like we're going to be dealing with something. And of course it's a giant axe building from the previous part. And practically a mini-boss. And if you've got more powerful equipment, you should be able to burn through this fight. Because we... Oh, great. Let's see. Do I have enough? I got enough for a healing bottle and plenty of mines. So, let's use these mines. And those red barrels are going to be super helpful. Ooh. Come on. Explosive rounds. And yeah, I think it's a good idea to use these now before we have to tackle And yes, if I recall, these flying assholes will never stop respawning until when we Oh, what? I was stuck. And yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, I didn't want to burn a lot of... There's a good reason I don't like the stronghold. Crystal fragment. And kill the pig. Yeah. I want to be goddamn ready, and I don't want to use the Magnum. I know using the Magnum would make things a little bit quicker. These are goddamn flashbangs, and they're not very good. And let's drink up a health bottle. And bust out all the mines. Come on. And gun ammo. And here comes the flying douches. Those goddamn frickin' those frickin' flying pricks. Come on, jump down. Get some nice good damage in. Come on. come after me. Those frickin' harpies are goddamn annoying. Okay, so the big guy is definitely stupid enough to step on the mines. But he takes so much damage. Yeah, I think when he roars, that's when Harpy's gonna show up. Oh, explosives. And I really don't want to use explosives now. Now I have another mine somewhere. Okay, do I have enough health bottle? Yeah, let's switch it out for the grenades. Come on. Just die already. There we go. And we get the giant crystal axe. All that for friggin' treasure. Yeah, we need every bit of shot that we need because Stronghold, I am not very happy. And yeah, I did miss something. So we have to blow these locks off. Ah, sniper rounds. And that's it. Plus some sniper ammo will probably help us a little bit. But mostly our reward is to... Oh, there's a nice herb. Can we make a quick health bottle? That'll be super helpful. Some pipe bombs. But mostly we get meat as our reward. Meat, poultry meat, etc., etc. Some fish, more meat for the Duke. And a bit of lore. July 8th, today's the day the Jolly Merchant stops by. He always gives me old newspapers. I know Miranda forbids them, but news of the outside world is always so fascinating. There was one thing that piqued my interest in the last one. It was an article about some medical company. I don't remember the name, but their emblem looks familiar. It was the same symbol on the giant chalice. I'm pretty sure I saw the same one printed on the wall in the cave too. That radiating umbrella image really stands out. What's some outside company's emblem doing here? I wonder if it has anything to do with that man that stayed here all those years ago. Nah, I'm overthinking it. So they're talking. So that one was all about the umbrella company. So more questions of the lore that the umbrella logo started here in this quaint little village. And yeah, and this is the last treasure. We get the Father Nicolas Angel for completing this section. There's some gunpowder. Then we can get buckshot for $70. And that's pretty much it for the mill. So we unlocked it, and now we're back here. So now we're going to plan to head to the Duke. Oh, but first, goddamn werewolves. And there's a buttload of them this time. Thank you, makeshift mines. Come on. Nice, got a good crit. And that takes care of the werewolves. Some chem fluid, some rusted scrap. Some herbs. Let's see if I can get another bottle. Sniper rounds. Because I'm gonna need every bit of ammunition I can get before taking on the stronghold. Because, trust me, the stronghold is not fun. And before we go there, I think I should check the Duke one more time. Before we have to go into the stronghold, and let's just say I don't like the stronghold for a very good reason. And hey, Duke.
Yes, yes.
They say they got some new supplies, but it's just rehashing the stuff I'm never going to use.
Securing goods is more
so the Duke's purse.
Anything. Anything, my friend.
So the Duke's purse, we get our Christmas fragment for 2,000. Crystal Ancient Beast, that's for killing that mini-boss near the burned down house, for 80,000. The Giant Crystal Axe would be 30,000 for defeating that giant axe-wielding psychopath mini-boss. And for the Father Nicholas Angel, antique angel statue that was treasured by Nicola, one of the 4 founders. Very, very valuable, with 22,000. And with that, we would get 134,000 bucks.
Now to spend like kings.
And let's head to the Duke kitchen. And yeah, we got plenty enough. We can finish off this one with the Cardic pork, with finishing the meat.
Now this is something.
And the quality meat, completing the final recipe.
Apologies for the wait. Here's your share.
Damage taken when garden has greatly decreased permanently.
I wouldn't mind having that again.
And what are we going to do with the extra meat? Well, we're probably going to sell it because we have no need for it anymore.
Bits and bobs? I see.
And we're going to save the lockpicks for later.
A good deal.
And let's quickly save.
If I say so myself.
Okay. Now to the place that I've been dreading. It's time we head to the stronghold. Oh, lordy. And I will have to say, yeah, I don't like the stronghold segment. Because it's quite the doozy of a challenge. So it's the only way to continue, so time to head to the stronghold. And there's lichens. Oh, you're not gonna like the lichens here. And also, let me just equip shortcut the grenades for this because, oh god, screw this segment. I mean, screw it now. For I swear to God, I am not crazy. I hate this segment because on how long this is going to be dealing with these goddamn lichens. So, why is the stronghold so hated for me? Because this place is the lichens' nest. And there's a black crap of fucking goddamn fucking werewolves. These assholes are goddamn everywhere. And they drain goddamn resources on how asinine this encounter is. No, I ain't joking. If you don't have enough resources to get through this godforsaken hellhole, then you're screwed. So yeah, you have to be super prepared to deal with the onslaught of bad this goddamn area is. I got plenty of bullets, and because bullets not very good as shotgun shells or anything of the other. Look at this. I'm already drained of all my shotgun shells, and this is only the goddamn beginning. Because I swear to God, when we get deeper inside, these lichens don't lighten up. It just feels like it goes on forever. And I ain't joking. When we get inside, I swear to God that these fucking werewolves just keep respawning. That's how bad I hate this godforsaken level. Segment. Oh no, this segment here is okay. It's not too bad, as long as they don't go fucking nuts with the werewolves. Oh, just you wait and see once we get inside. Deep inside this godforsaken hellhole. And sadly enough, there's a goddamn boss in this goddamn stronghold. And I'm not very happy. And it seems like this fight never ends. And you're kinda insufficient firepower. But it'd just be nice. And they pull surprise attacks. They have just one dirty little tactic. Surprise attacks. And I swear to God that these assholes never stop respawning. You're probably thinking, hey Josh, I think you're kind of going a little nuts for this segment. Okay, so it's artificially a little harder. I don't see what the big deal is. You're probably saying, but ain't this Resident Evil? Of course it is, but at least I think that this segment is goddamn awful. I think they should at least not make it never ending. Please have a fucking break to let me restock. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this doesn't seem like it's never gonna end. Josh, I think you're just crazy. But yeah, we got this double-decker door that we have to go through in order to get inside. It's when we go inside all the bullshit just flood out of nowhere. That's where all the crazy nonsense starts. And come on, let me just... Oh, thank you. At least they were being a little nice. Okay, we got some shotgun shells. If we didn't have the crafting recipes, you'd be fucked for this playthrough. And probably it's a lot easier on reruns on lower difficulty to make this segment a little bit easier and more tolerative. So here's what we have to do to get inside. So double-decker door, you're probably thinking, hey, there's probably a switch. And you're right. There are switches, 2 switches to be precise, but here's the caveat. I know what I'm doing, Ethan. So once we flip this switch, a horde of frickin' goddamn werewolves will not stop until we get to the other one. So we have to be super quick. And the camera. And Ethan's neck snapped for that camera shot. And here comes the goddamn lichens. Hopefully by after flipping the second switch. And here comes the lichens. They start out easy. Oh no! More goddamn frickin' lichens. With their surprise attacks. Tactics. And I want to save the pipe bombs for once we get inside, because there is going to be an armored enemy inside the fortress that we're going to have to deal with. And sadly, because I do not have my goddamn shotgun ammo, because I don't know why. And that's probably why we were given so much handgun bullets. At least the molded didn't get into a goddamn sea of bullshit. See, this is what I was trying to say. That obviously you have to use the explosives. Oh, for God's sake. You know what? Screw this nonsense. Once the gate's open, go fucking through. And we arrive at the goddamn stronghold. You know what? I don't give a flying ass anymore. Because fuck this goddamn place. And here's the segment that I really don't like. Oh, there is a save point. So the werewolves will stop hunting you down. Eventually. At least it doesn't go on forever. And yes, I'm going to be bitter in this episode. God damn these werewolves. After the werewolf section is done, we're done here in this godforsaken hellhole. I never have to come back to this shithole again. Oh yeah. I really don't like this frickin' place. And my anger is totally justified. And there's totally something that should be here. Unless I frickin' missed it. Oh, God. Most logical place. Here we go. So.
This must be their den.
Yep. So, logically, yeah, like I said, this place is basically their stupid hive. So if we sneak past through all... Oh, and I spoke to frickin' Sue. Welcome to your hell. That is the stronghold. These assholes don't stop respawning. That's what sucks about this place, and their constant surprise attacks. I think this is why I think I see why people don't like Resident Evil 5 or Resident Evil 6, because it's probably something to do with going full action horror, not no psychological frights or anything, just constantly shooting, as in Doom. Oh yeah, we gone that bad, people. And 7 brought it back. Brought the horror back. But as soon as, like, all the stupidity in Resident Evil 3 remake, with the whole going action and not horror, yeah, this is what I meant, that this place is basically a never-ending horde of goddamn werewolves. And I would like it if they wouldn't stop respawning and, like... Oh goody, more fucking werewolves. That's what my life needs. More of these a-holes. At least they give you some limited ammunition. And you're going to be burning a lot through of ammo just to get out of this hellhole. But you probably won't have enough for the boss of this goddamn place. So, if you want to grab everything here, you're going to grab shit and run. But they always get in the way. Block your way. So the best way is to grab this shit and run. Run like hell. Explosive rounds. God, fuck this area. Run like a little bitch to conserve ammo, so you don't die unfairly. And we're going to be using a pipe bomb, because there's an armored dude coming up ahead.
Okay, big guy.
There is an armored dude. Hold on. Oh, great. Yeah, I really don't like this godforsaken base. And perfect crystal skull. Some minuscule supplies and money. And there are places that you can get butt fucked. Once we go through here, we're pretty much safe from the entire swarm. And we get 2 magnum rounds. That's nice. And this is Heidelberg's territory, but this is not technically. We have to go through his factory. Spoilers. Spoilers in the title. And 1 sec. Hello? Okay, I was starting to record. Alright, I'll be right down. I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I'm back. Sorry. My parents were just coming in from their little trip, and, yeah, that's done. So let's finish up the stronghold, at least, and hopefully. I know that the factory is going to be super damn long, so I don't know if I can get the whole factory done. But I think once we reach this point, I think we're pretty much 2/3 of the way there. And yeah, more of the lichens, and basically in their hive. And once this place goes active, we're pretty much screwed. There's some first aid, a piece of paper. The king's orders finally arrived. Withdraw. It is most vexing that we must abandon the border stronghold to those heretics. If I had but a little more time, I know I might be able to turn the tides of this battle. Nay, I should not put on airs. It is my customary curiosity that ties me to this place. There are a number of ruins in the vicinity which the locals say are very ancient. The ceremony site with 4 giant statues, the caves with murals carved into the walls, the stone plinth they called the Giant's Chalice. Where did the people who built them come from? Where did they go? It irks me that we must abandon this place without knowing. So it's asking, where did all this stuff came from? And there's a save point, because we're going to need it, because we're going to have a little boss encounter with someone we haven't seen since the beginning of the game. And hopefully we have enough firepower. We got plenty of pipe bombs, sniper rifle rounds to hopefully deal with this problem. And we do have some grenade rounds. So we're going to get some mines. And let's do this. Yep, it's
not good.
The giant hammer guy that we saw at the beginning of the game. And he is our boss for the stronghold. And basically just kill the living crap out of this guy. And he's just a stronger version of the axe-wielding psychopaths. Mini-bosses. So technically he's not a boss, he's a mini-boss. And I think we will be dealing with enemies. And we can't get out of here until we defeat him. So yeah, after a bunch of damage, he will try to chuck a pillar. But we're so fast now, we can easily handle him. And this is why pipe bombs were given to us. Because we're dealing with very powerful. Oh, what? I wasn't even near him. So yeah, we have to keep staggering him. But we got plenty of bottles. And yeah, once he climbs up there, he's gonna spawn some enemies for us to deal with. Come on, health. I gotta move. And the pipe bombs will help you out a bit. And I know I got 3 more pipe bombs. And yeah, we got some grenade rounds, so let's equip that and quickly reload. Wait for this guy to finish his wing animation. And yeah, this guy just takes a butt crap of damage. In our second encounter, And even if we did kill him when we first arrived at the village, which is impossible, and let's re-equip. Let's put the shortcut for the grenade back, and the flash bombs will prevent him from attacking for a little bit, so we can get some good cheap hits with our sniper rifle. More gun, and get out of the way! And we burn up so much ammo in this place. I want to save the Magnum. Alright, do we... Alright, we only have flashbangs. Come on. Just die. And finally he goes down. That's dealing with the leader of the Lycans. And we, for our reward, we get a crystal hammer. Treasure so we can give to the Duke. Once we get out of this fortress. And that's it. There's not much to do after the stronghold, and we can finally leave this godforsaken place, and the store would be locked until after defeating the boss, and we get an entire crystal mine shaft filled with to the brim to treasures for the Duke. Probably this is Capcom's way of apologizing for giving us this entire bullshit section. So from here we get a crystal fragment, Valentine, yellow quartz, crystal fragment, and oh, there's a crystal fragment. And apparently I missed something in the prior room, which is probably a health bottle. And I probably missed some more treasure. And there it is. I see it. And a large crystal. And that's it. Not much insanity to go through. So let's head down. And we got more supplies. $8.20. Some handgun ammo. And guess what? What's over there? There it is, the fourth and final flask. The torso flag, held by Heidelberg. So let's grab it. And now we can try to restore Rose. And what the hell? Mother Miranda?
What?
You're the real deal, Ethan. Well done.
Quit hiding, asshole. I'm not letting you get out of this.
Cool your jets. Just a little bit more, and you're all wrapped up. I'll lend you a hand. So in exchange...
In exchange what?
First of all, come to me. Put all the flasks in the altar, and I'm sure you'll figure the rest out. See you, Ethan.
God damn it.
Okay, so we've been given our next bit. Take the flasks to the altar. And you heard Heidelberg. We have to put the... So now... We got... So Heidelberg is not done with us. We still need to deal with him directly. And this is his treasure. The Gulameo's plate for the treasure. And once we get that, that's practically all the treasures. got all the treasures, so we're pretty much done with the village. 100%, as far as I can tell. And there's a little motorboat here that we can take. And there's nowhere to go through here. So, let's follow the path. And now we have to head back to the giant pillar where the Duke was. So yeah, Stronghold, I pretty much assume why people don't like Resident Evil 5 and 6, because it's so much action. Horror, just basically shooting and turns into a Call of Duty with zombies. And no legit psychological horrors of any kind. And boring. And I guess this is the way back. But if we go this way, if we go up, we'd be leaving some good stuff behind. So let's head down here for a quickie. There's probably some good bits for us to get before we have to head. We got some handgun bullets. Looks like chem fluid. Photo of a phantom fish. And that's probably for the secret area that I showed you in the previous part. But if you did it super early, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Some shotgun shells and a pipe bomb. We're gonna need pipe bombs, plenty. And let's see what this report is. Katu implantation notes. Subject 174 to 181. Subject Mahani M. Characteristics 21 male silversmith. Scars from phomia. Results low efficiency. Katu failed to grow. Body transformation drop in cognition. Another lichen. Send to pasture. Subject 177. Beneath B. Characteristic 21 female. No obligation. No histories of illness. Results death. Subject 181 Alenka D. Characteristics 44 female. Noble descent. Not from the village. Hereditary blood disease. Very rare. Very high affinity. No loss of cognition. Arbitrarily able to control body transformation. Applied cognition control procedures. Send for observation. Alenka D. Okay, that is a weird name. I don't think we ever bumped into anyone with that name, and more of these ghouls. And I want to save as much buckshot as I can get, because we're heading off back to the chalice. That's the altar that... And guess where we are back? We're in the graveyard. There was a gate here that we couldn't use last time. And yeah, before you go through, you have to make sure you get everything in the village. And I mean everything from the overworld. Because once we start this segment, there is no going back. And I'm pretty sure I got everything sorted out before. And I have gotten everything, so I should be okay. So, let's follow Heidelberg's advice and head back to the altar that we saw with the Duke when we arrived. And I warn you now, once we start this, there's no going back. So you better make sure when you get to this point, this is the point of no return. And let's cash in our...
It's my greatest pleasure to see you return alive.
Yeah, those lichens are assholes. And with that, we got the Duke's Purse, and we're going to cash in Crystal Fragment 2,000. And we got 4 of these. Large Crystal for 3,000. Vanadine is for 5,000. Yellow Quartz is 10,000. Crystal Skull, 900. Perfect Crystal Skull is 10,000. Crystal Hammer from the giant creature with the giant hammer is 35,000. Galento Plate, an ancient plate that was treasured by Galento, one of the 4 founders, for 25,000. With that, we would get roughly 97,000 bucks. Let's go to the supplies. We can't really get anything, but we'll be getting new stuff as soon as we get started.
I look forward to seeing the fruits of your exploration.
I think I've pretty much done everything here, so let's load up with all of our weapons. And let's save, because once we start this, there's no going back, so make sure you grab everything before you tackle this next segment. So, we have to do as Heidelberg says, and put the 4 flasks that we went through to the 4 flasks of Rose's body parts into the altar, and hopefully we'll get our child back. So, let's put them in. Our first one, the head flask from House Dimitrescu. Lady Dimitrescu's flask. And that's all the 4 lords, and we're going through Rose's memories before...
What was that?
It's only gonna get weirder, man. Second, the leg flask. A glass container with the sun and moon crest. It's labeled with Rose's name and the words legs, and this was in House Benevento, and dealing with Donna and Angie's flask. So let's put it in. That's Lord number 2 that we had to get rid of. No weird imagery. Okay. Next, the arms flask. A glass container with the mermaid crest. It has been labeled with Rose's name and the words arms, and this was Moreau's flask and Lord number 3 that we had to kill. No freaky imagery. And finally, the 4th and final flask, the torso flask. A glass container with the house and horseshoe crest. It is labeled with Rose's name and the word torso. And we have not yet defeated Lord Heisenberg. And he has only eluded us. So, let's put... And we only got this in the goddamn stronghold. So, let's put it in. And that's flask number 44. And now we come to possession of the Giant's Chalice.
What?
Find Heisenberg. So, we got the Giant Chalice. Giant stone chalice that fits into a pedestal. There's room for 4 flasks. So now we have to go through the doors that which emblazed with Heisenberg's symbol. That when we defeated Lady Dimitrescu, we had to go through all the way through this place. And yep, something is stirring. We don't know what it is. And we have to put the giant's flask, into this socket. And if you can see it out of the distance, that is Heisenberg's factory. So, let's put in the Giant's Chalice. And a new pathway is opening up. And that will lead us inside Lord Heisenberg's factory. And here's the reason why it's the point of no return, because we're trapped in a giant elevator with also the same matching thing as the umbrella logo. We still have no reason why this exists in this village, but hopefully we'll get answers soon. So we have finally entered basically the third act of the game. And we just have to deal with Lord Heisenberg, and no one can stop us now. And we all know Heisenberg is pretty much the strongest of the lords.
Don't worry about the kid, Ethan. It'll be fine. Ha! Just get your ass across the bridge.
Okay, so now it's weirdly glowing with a heartbeat. So yeah, so I guess it's going to take a while before Rose is fully whole again. So it's going to take a while for the spell to be undone. So now we gotta enter Heisenberg's factory and see what Heisenberg wants.
Ah! Ethan Winters. Welcome. I didn't think you'd make it past Daughter Moreau, but I suppose you survived worse back in America, hmm? I like you. I'd like to speak to you about Rose and Miranda. Oh, come on in. Don't worry. It's not a trap.
What are you planning?
And there's a lot of scrap metal for Heisenberg to use. And we have seen what Heisenberg is capable of. As far as we can tell, he has the power of magnetism. That he can manipulate metal objects like Magneto, so we're basically on his turf now. And he is at his strongest here, so. And the power to bend metal to his will, that is super scary. Okay, so this door is locked. So, all we have to do is find Lord Heisenberg and deal with him. So let's get some shotgun shells. And plenty of pipe bombs. So we're going to be needing a lot of supplies. And it seems that even Heisenberg knows about the whole Baker's affair when he was talking about it back in America. So he's talking about the Baker family. So from Resident Evil 7. So I guess Heisenberg may know a lot more than than we know, as far as I can tell. There's some chem fluid. And what is this? So let's examine what this is, and I can totally see it's Chris, Mia, and Rose. So what is this all about? Whoa.
What the hell?
BSSA.
Mia?
He knows about the military group?
Let me guess. You're thinking, take me out like the others, and then he gets going, save Rose, right?
I'm healing my daughter.
Look, you got this all wrong. Then let me tell you.
What the hell?
Shut your fucking hole! Sorry about that.
At least he's actually,
Take a seat.
has manners like all the others.
Listen, Ethan, you're being played.
What are you talking about? You think this is a game?
I said sit! Lady, supersized bitch. ugly, a psycho doll. An embryonic freak. Don't you get it? It's a test. To see if you're strong enough to be a part of Miranda's family.
I don't want to be a part of Miranda's family.
Neither did I, but here we are. And I'm next in line, right? Kill me, move up the chain. Well, fuck that!
I don't give a damn about your personal issues. I just want to fix my daughter.
So do I. Do you have any idea how powerful that kid is? Even Miranda's scared of her. Last time, you freak, I swear to God!
What the hell?
You and me, Ethan. Together, we can go save Rose, and we can use her to grind Miranda into paste.
Wait,
My daughter
you want to...
is not a weapon. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bad idea. Oh boy.
Last chance. You don't want to find out what's in that hole.
I'll take my chances.
You're futile.
Oh, great. Now Heidelberg wants to kill us. What the hell? That's a new horror.
Damn it!
A giant propeller man. What the frick? Alright.
Shit!
Book it. Oh, shit. So, yeah, there is some really... So, yeah, I guess that even Heisenberg has some personal issues between Mother Miranda and the rest of the family, and they dead here, or we die from that giant propeller man. Go down through the trash chute. And of course, there's plenty of scrap metal that Heisenberg can use.
What was that thing?
I don't think you want to know. Oh, that guy does have a name, but I don't know if we're going to get to it in time. So, it seems that Heisenberg has ulterior plans that goes against Mother Miranda. And I guess he's been planning this for quite some time. So why does he want to betray Mother Miranda? And Heisenberg was willing to side with us to get rid of Mother Miranda. But obviously we can't trust Heisenberg to keep his word, because we're dealing with a psychopath who will probably break his own word and throw us into the meat grinder and not going to pay his end of the deal if we take care of his problem and kill Mother Miranda for him. But I probably would just do the same thing and not join Lord Heisenberg, because I wouldn't know if I would trust him, because, yeah, he is kind of crazy. And I know he's, like, a very powerful, and he's practically the strongest member in the family, in Mother Miranda's family, and it seems that Heisenberg doesn't really like his family at all, and he just wants to get rid of them all. And we get stronger enemies with the zombies with pieces of metal on their head, which is basically a much armor for preventing headshots. And basically what we need to do in this entire, and we're in the final, and also we're finally in the final dungeon, and we're in Heisenberg's factory. And the factory is quite long. Very, very long. Because we got a lot of climbing to do if we need to escape Lord Heisenberg. So that's probably what I got from that cutscene with Lord Heisenberg, that, yeah, he has issues with the family.
This place is messed up.
And
I've got to get upstairs.
it seems that Lord Heisenberg has been super busy. And also, yeah, they're shootable. Once we get high enough. And yeah, we're practically inside the dungeon now. Before we talk to the Duke, we got the final ball puzzle, but we're gonna need the ball for it. So we'll have to come back here in the lower sections once we find that ball. Some chem fluid. Nothing really much here. So we have to come back here once we get the ball for that fourth and final labyrinth. And here's the Duke.
Well then, feel free to peruse.
And let's see, we only got lockpicks, we sold everything.
I've gotten some new stock.
And his fourth tier of weapons are finally opened. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Let's see what we got. The supplies, we got extra baggage. A bottle of health. Baggage for 50,000. We'll buy that super quick.
With this, you'll not worry about missing anything.
Some shotgun shells. Some bullets. A bottle of health.
Saw you eyeing that one.
And we get some brand new weapons. We got the V61 custom handgun for 120,000. And the SYG-12 shotgun. And we got the parts, and we got a M1851 Wolfsbane increased capacity cylinder for the Magnum. The SYG-12 red dot sight, customized part, increased firepower and rate of fire. The V61 gun stock with greatly reduced recoil for that particular weapon. And yeah, and these are our third tier weapons for shotgun and handgun upgrades, so we're going to purchase these super quick.
Pay me no mind.
And sell and prepare to say goodbye to the M1911 and the W8070 TAC shotgun. We would get 127,000 bucks.
Worry not. You can buy it back if you like.
And we're still going to keep the shotgun, the grenade launcher, and all that junk. And let's see, what can we get? We could get... Well, I'll probably grab the red dot sight for the SYG-12 for 42,000. Equip, yep. If we can, it'll increase our shotgun a little bit's firepower. The Wolfsbane, if we got enough money. We got the V61 custom gun stock upgrade. We'll purchase that. Make it more... greatly reduces the recoil. I have the Wolfsbane. Okay, the Wolfsbane capacity upgrade for an additional 100,000. Equip that. That's going to be our... But we're not going to be able to get the other part for it.
Securing goods is
only when we do a new game plus, so that sucks for us. We got limited amount of cash, and we can only do like one upgrade. We'll upgrade the pistol, power to 210, and we're done.
Till next we meet.
So let's customize them into our shortcut, shotgun, and pistol. A machine gun pistol for mowing down enemies. A semi-automatic shotgun with outstanding firepower. And there's a map over here telling us we're in B4 materials, so we got to go through. And there's 5 floors in this goddamn dungeon, but we already went through B5 So now we're on B4 materials, manufacturing, electrical, and storage. And once we get to the top, we'll get to the garage entrance. And this is Heidelberg's factory. And like I said, this is a very, very long dungeon. So I don't know if I'm going to have to split this into 2 parts. But you're probably saying, hey Josh, why don't we just skip a floor? We can't, because Heidelberg's probably cut out most of the power in this floor, so we're going to have to climb our way up. So, let's begin our ascent up and try to escape Heidelberg's factory, because this one's a long dungeon. And there are horrors for us to deal with. But we got electrical locks. We come to an electrical lock. When you see a glowing thing on an electrical lock, shoot it, and it'll unlock the door. Polycrystal skull. I don't think we ever got a polycrystal skull. Some metal scrap. Polycrystal skull. We'll have to look at it and see if I can get some more money into it. And yeah, this is a very, very long dungeon, so get used to this place. We're going to probably be here for at least 2 episodes. Looks like there's not enough power, so we're going to have to find a power box, a junction box, to activate the bridge and get across. But we have to find a power box first. So let's try the shotgun. Okay, some chem fluid, some herbs. Can get some medicine. And now this dungeon's gonna give us a lot of cash. So if you gathered all of the treasures throughout the chapter, throughout the game, you should be pretty much be good for the factory. And we're in the forge area right now. And I want to check out that door. I think we have to come back, because this place is bit designed like a maze. And this is another electrical lock, but we'll have to find the door once we get close to getting back here, and it's probably where we can find the power box for this entire floor of the factory. So we can't go through there because it's locked. There's a weird insignia on the door. There's something that could fit into this depression, so we're going to need to find something first. Chem fluid. What is this? What the hell has Heidelberg been doing here? With the dead people. It's probably got to do with those zombies wearing those metal plates on their face. And it's probably built so they would take a little more damage. These zombies are not too bad to deal with. With our stronger shotgun, we should be able to deal with them. And we got a 12-packed magazine of shotgun. And we also have a lockpick, and luckily I saved those lockpicks. And it's a yellow quartz, so we'll get 10,000 for that. Some gunpowder. Looks like there's not enough power. We'll have to come back here once we power up the floor. Okay, there's someone there. But that guy is dead.
Did he do this too?
What the hell's... that abomination. Okay, what's in here? Aha! Relief mold. Aha! This is how we're gonna open that door. And oh god. Meet a new enemy for only Heidelberg's factory. These immortal jerks. And yeah, they take a lot of punishment. And if we have seen a picture of these during earlier on when we were trying to solve the gun puzzle for the carjack, and if you recall, we did see this in a picture, was saying, look out the window, giving us the hint. So it's telling us that the person who gave that thing, we also get the crystal mechanical heart for defeating the new enemy. These giant drill fuckers. And I think it's supposed to be something of German descent, I think. But I could be wrong. And we got a lot of buckshot. You know what? I think I'm gonna spend some of it on the, okay, we got plenty of bottles. So with the relief mold, we have to now go back to the forge room. And now we use the new relief mold that we found. A mold for creating relief using cast iron. And of course this would be a factory if it didn't have like a forge for us to use and control to make various objects. There's going to be a lot of using this mechanic. We get the relief of a horse.
Seems useful.
And that's how we're going to get through this one. So, relief of a horse made from cast iron. And opens up a secret passage to continue forward into this weird factory. Metal scrap. There's another spot for a lockpick. And these are the only two places that we can get lockpicks to use. And we get 3 magnum rounds, so they're going to be good. And behind this door, we need the Heidelberg key to get to that trunk. So right now, the only way we can go forward is down. Get some more shotgun shells. And some more giant glowing screw me lights. And we need to destroy the power cells in order to proceed forward into this factory. But you can use this place to your advantage to deal with the enemies up ahead that are who has to go through the grinders as well. And surprise attacks. Seems like you got through the grounder just fine. So yeah, just take advantage of the enemy's stupidity and letting them go through the grinder to save some bullets. So next gear, we have to smash up here. Take out the power cell. And we can now proceed forward. And now we're getting a much bigger power cell, 5 more power cells. So, of course, your common sense will say use the goddamn grenade launcher, the shotgun. And the last power cell is under here. Once we take that out, we can finally get through this passage. And the grinders will hurt us if we tried to go through it. But I think if you can get through it with timing, I think it is possible to get through it with timing. But I'm not going to take that risk. So some rusted scrap. Let's toss the gate to the side. And we're not even close to the power room. So it's locked from the other side, so we're going to need another way. And going through a super creepy hallway full of these new mecha zombies. You know it's going to go off. Okay. Guess I was wrong. And this is a shortcut back to the forge. And there's an obvious blow me for goodies. Crack in the wall. There's a good crack in the wall here. We blow it up. And go in here. We get some shotgun shells. And what else? A mechanical parts cylinder. And this is Heidelberg's big treasure. So keep an eye on that in the meantime. Break this, grab the handgun ammo. And this is the power room. But the backup generator, but we're missing a gear part. So we're going to need a gear to get the power back, getting the power back on. And so we can go through those electrical locked doors that we can go through. And nice reusing of a few assets from Resident Evil 7. Just making the thing bigger isn't so goddamn impressive. And there's... But that grate is not going to open until when we restore power. Until we restore the power. So, another electrical lock. We know what to do. Shoot the power cells. And we can get in. And here we are, open this, and we get the cog mode. The cog mode. And we're going to need the forge again. We're going to have to use the forge, and here's the factory map, lower levels. So we got the map for the lower levels, and we're going to be fiddling around with the mold plates a little sooner, and in order to get back, this is our shortcut back, and the quickest way to get back is to go through the infinite hallway of death. And speaking of the devil, these new mecha zombies, the only way is to shoot their giant glowing fuck me light. Is the only way to kill these zombies. And these guys are bullet sponges because we didn't put much into ammo, so into damage with the shotgun and all that stuff. So let's put into the forge and get the cog mode. A mold for creating a cog using cast iron. But we're going to be using this mold about 2 more times after this one, as far as I know. And yeah, one's a necessary item and one you can totally miss. But we're going to be doing that, and for that we get the large cog.
Use this.
And I don't like that sound. Anyway, now that we got the cog, we got the backup generator, and now we can put in the large cog, a cast iron cog used for some kind of machine. We put the cog in and turn on the power. And our way has been cut off. Great, we're trapped. And more mecha zombies.
Such a disappointment. I thought we could join forces against that bitch Miranda. Truly disappointed. to be her children. She locked us away in the village. Ridiculous to be forced to serve her. Can't you even understand that humiliation?
So I guess even Heisenberg.
I'm not like my siblings. I want nothing more than to be free of that bitch. So I need power. I need enough power to destroy her. These are the fruits of my power. The strong will destroy the weak. That's the way of the world. You should have never refused me, Ethan.
What a freak.
Yeah, the damage won't count until you destroy the power cells. The glowing power cells on their bodies. To get rid of them. And some crystal hearts. So yeah, with that bit of dialogue from Heisenberg, I guess he's not like the other children. The other lords are obedient to Mother Miranda, and it is heavily implied that, yeah, he does retain some of his free will when he was normal, supposedly, I think. And yeah, it will become a little more clear. Like, it has been perfectly clear that, yeah, Heisenberg has been planning to get rid of Mother Miranda for quite some time and usurping her off the throne of power and take Mother Miranda's place. And yeah, he needs the power of Rose, whatever that means, to destroy Miranda. We don't know what this power is that they keep mentioning. So right now, we have to find a way to escape the factory. And the way forward is opening another mechanical lock. And yeah, by fighting these goddamn super zombies are tough. And right now they are giant pains in the neck. And the only way they can truly die is shoot in their power cores. And if we had more firepower from buying more upgrades, it will make fighting those guys a little bit easier. And yeah, I know we have to come back here once we get... Now that we have the power on, all we have to do is find a way. And they give us electrical plates to help us deal with the horrors of the factory. And let's see, do I have... Yeah, I got enough. Put some more buckshot and some pipe bombs and some explosives. I'm going to need plenty of explosives. And reload is not like painfully like one drop at a time. One shot at a time. Rusted scrap, chem fluid. And yeah, I'm going to need the firepower upgrades, because we got a lot to do if we want to escape this godforsaken place. And the aesthetics are changed to reflect more of a factory setting. And yeah, some people say that this section is long, very long, and they didn't really like it, as far as I know, from other people who played this up to this point. Okay, we need to wake this guy up. and his power cell is still on the front. There are going to be different variants of these mecha zombies, which has a German name that I cannot pronounce, sadly. I'll probably butcher it and we get more mechanical hearts, and some money, and magnum rounds. More fucking bags of money. Good for us. So we have to find a way back to the entranceway. Oh god. Oh god. And here's that new variant of another mecha zombie. This one's a little different because its weak spot is on the back, which sucks. And I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm gonna use a pipe bomb. I'll probably stun him. And I don't really want to use the Magnum. I really want to save the Magnum, but I think it's probably going to be necessary. So we're going to toss a pipe bomb and use the Wolfbane Magnum. Oh, never mind. And for defeating him, we get the large crystal heart. And there's some shotgun shells. And this is why I really hate the stronghold. You'll be probably be mostly drained of weapons and ammo by the time you get to this part. And remember where we are? We're back at the beginning. So now we have enough power to lower the bridge. And I want to also go back to that button over there with the operating room. So we're going to go to the operating room and then go back through the doors, and that's probably going to lead us to going up further up the factory. The forge. We'll be coming back for the forge for 2 more trips, because we're going to be encountering 2 more mold plates that we need if you want to 100% the factory. And there's some sniper rifle ammo and there's a lockpick, but we got enough lockpicks. Some flashbangs and a whole room full of these mecha zombies. Oh god. Luckily, it's another of these weaker ones that we can deal with. And you know what? I think I'm gonna throw one of these pipe bombs to stun that guy. Try to save a little ammo. And with that, we got rid of him. And don't worry, they're not active as far as I know. There's an audio diary here, and what's in this trunk? The M1851 Wolfsbane Long Barrel, and this is our second upgrade for the Magnum. And the Long Barrel, customizable part to increase firepower for the Magnum. And we have a fully upgraded Magnum. And let's take a listen to this audio diary.
Medical log. Revitalization surgery. This is my 18th attempt. The subject is Oscar the stable boy, 20 years old. He fell down the well while drunk. Body is in good condition. Chest incision complete. Now to remove the heart and vital organs and implant the control device. Excellent. Godot has begun adhering to the nervous system. It's progressing even faster than before. Seems upping the ratio of meta-albumin in the artificial blood was the right choice. Now to pass a current through the brainstem using 6,600 volts. Come on. It has to work this time. Yes! Yes! Ha 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 ha! Wonderful! My creation! At last! I'll get that bitch yet. Ha 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 ha! Ending recording.
And yes, as from the implied of that recording, this is Heisenberg is basically the Resident Evil universe version of the story of Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Victor Frankenstein. Who is the doctor, not the monster. And from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and that's basically the reference for Heisenberg is basically I think that's what the art was you can read it from the concept art once you've beaten the game once, and yeah, it flat out tells you that Heisenberg is basically a reference to Frankenstein. But from what it was implying, people probably would think of the monster, Frankenstein's monster, as Frankenstein, which is not true. Frankenstein is the mad doctor who made Frankenstein, and the monster is just basically called the monster in the book. So yeah, I guess it was Heisenberg is basically Dr. Victor Frankenstein who created the monster, and the monster is the creation of Heisenberg's with his robotic army, is that replacement for the monster. And I know it's like a giant misconception that people think of them when you're thinking of Dr. Frankenstein, the story of Frankenstein, you think of the monster, not the doctor. And another of these double drill asshole. His weakness is on the back. And this guy takes a lot of punishment, and I really don't want to use the magnum rounds. But using 2 pipe bombs will do the trick just fine. So pipe bombs are very good here. Well, I want to try and save as many pipe bombs as possible because I think when we're getting to an area we're going to be dealing with enemies who are armored as well. So that's why I'm trying to save as much pipe bombs as possible for Oh god!
You again?
Oh, this giant drill motherfucker. Come on, come on, come on! Let's see if that asshole can go through metal. Close the door. Yeah, so yeah, he can't follow us. Some metal scrap, some gunpowder. And we're on the next floor. Of floor 3. And you know what? I think I might have... And we're on floor number 3, basement 3, manufacturing. And now we got a power box here to activate the elevator for this floor. And that's going to bring the Duke up a floor, so the Duke is always with us.
I've expanded my services. Please, come take a look. If
Alright.
it's just looking, window shop away.
Let's look at the Duke's purse. Yellow quartz for 10,000. Polycrystal skull for 33,500. Remains of a powerful creature. Crystal mechanical heart for 5,000. The mechanical creature made of metal and flesh. And there's 7 of these things. Large crystal mechanical heart. A large mechanical creature made of metal and flesh, and we got 2. And the mechanical part cylinder, we're going to keep it a junk piece of steel. Looks like something used to be attached to it. But we're not going to sell it because we need it. And with that, we would only get 66,000
Little
treasure.
often fills the purse, as they say. Please do take a
And
look at my
let's see
new
what he's
stock.
got for supplies. Sniper rounds. Parts wise, we only have the Mr. Raccoon weapon charm is basically useless. And we got sniper rounds. But we're not gonna buy sniper rounds because we're good, so I think we're gonna have to upgrade our weapons power for the SYG 12. Raise it to 1250. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. We need 650. 650 for the next level of guns.
Securing goods is more important than anything.
3 bottles of health, and I'm not sure if there's any more lockpicks to be used, but we're gonna hold on to them just a little longer. Some pipe bombs, some mines, but we're gonna keep them for the next segment.
Till next we meet.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna leave this here because of how being so long it was. And I would have... And yeah, because this dungeon is super long. So, yeah. We're on basement number 3, and sadly we're gonna have to stop here because 2 hours is my limit, and I know I had to deal with something super quick. And I should owe you that, but I'll try to make it up to you with an additional part, probably this week, maybe. So, until then, I will see you all in the next part as we continue further along into Heidelberg's factory. So until then, this is Josh24214 saying have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you on the very next part as we continue further into Heidelberg's factory. So, this is Josh saying have a good day, everybody. Bye for now.